He picked up another case.
Yeah, I was made aware of that.
We haven't done PC on it. I don't know anything about it. So
The judge didn't mince words. Your privilege to drive was already taken away because of the cases you picked up, and now you're standing here again on a reckless driving charge. Oof. He's clearly done with the excuses and the repeated second chances. Driving isn't a right, it's a privilege, and that privilege has already been revoked. With this new case on top of everything else, things are about to get very serious for Mr. Baena. The real question now is, how many chances can one person get before the court decides enough is enough?
Mr. Villasana. Oh, okay. I took away your privilege to drive because of the cases that you had picked up. You came here asking, please, please, I can't do anything. I want to drive. And now you've picked up a reckless driving.
I know you're not,
Stop.
don't say anything.
Let me express my disappointment, Mr. Villasana. I have repeatedly asked you to abide by bond conditions, insomuch that I ordered you not to drive recklessly, race, anything of this nature. And now another reckless driving.
Like I told you, this is not the.
And just,
That's it for trial. This is not the day for you to make any comments concerning the new law violation.
we are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, so if you don't mind reading what happened on the newest case, please.
Yes, Judge. On April 25th, 2025, in Orange County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was informed of a street takeover and observed, went to the location and observed the defendant performing donuts in the parking lot in the middle of a crowd of people and vehicles. The man completed approximately 5 donuts within a crowd of 150 vehicles, and he got within 10 feet of striking vehicles and people inside the pit of the takeover. The law enforcement officer saw the vehicle, leave the location, initiated a traffic stop, and identified the defendant.
So they located what about the vehicle now?
They saw him from the depths. They saw him doing donuts, and they saw him leave the location, and they followed behind him, and they initiated the traffic stop.
This is not.
Mr. Villasana, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm now ordering you not to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what it is, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Because you did the exact thing I asked you not to do repeatedly. I am now revoking your bond as well, and I'm putting you in jail.
Can I say something now?
You cannot.
That's a
You
lie.
say something to me in this year and out that year, third case.
That's a lie, though. What they said I did,
Stop.
it's a lie.
Look at,
So, am I gonna get a bond?
yeah, I'm gonna set your bond.
I just paid bond.
5,003 on the first two.
Oh,
5,003 on both.
On both cases.
5,003 on the theft, and then 5,003 on the racing. Did he get a PR bond on the reckless? Do you know? Let me see.
It's on bottom there, right?
Yeah, no, he paid a surety bond. He got a surety bond on that one. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one as is. The newest one, I'll leave as is. The other ones,
5,000 and 5,000. Okay.
was this at night?
Judge, looks like it was.
So, hey, Roxanne, on Mr. Villasana, no drugs, no alcohol. I'm putting him on a curfew with a GPS monitor so he's not out at night, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. No driving, no weapons.
Consider it house arrest.
I don't know. I mean,
We judge, I would object to the house arrest. But house arrest is no reserve for people accused with felony offenses.
yeah, I mean, At least let's not have him out in the middle of the night, at night, and then a scram on the other one so he's not drinking. And then I think that's it. And then we'll pay the fees for everything as well.
Which
Okay.
case we got, let's go on to?
He paid his surety.
On the record?
No, on the, oh yeah, on the reckless, yeah.
On the record,
Yeah.
it's surety, but the racing, that race on the.
Yeah, that's why we're working the first two, 5,003, and then, okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming. I know that you're busy upstairs and it's a little bit more high maintenance, so thanks. Hopefully now's the. All right, good morning, Mr. Narcisse. So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 20th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a disturbance of a weapon call at a hotel. The hotel staff stated that an unidentified third party alerted them that the defendant had a weapon. The defendant was detained, and a witness told the law enforcement officers that the defendant had a backpack behind a bush prior to the law enforcement officers' arrival. The backpack was recovered, and a handgun was found in the backpack. The defendant is currently 19 years old.
You like Skip. How do they know the backpack was his? What was he doing wrong?
There was a witness, Your Honor, that stated that they saw the defendant hide the backpack behind a bush. And the hotel staff was able to identify the defendant as the individual that they were told had a gun. And that's what the officer.
Was he just standing while black or something? What's he doing wrong?
They were just alerted.
No. I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case, Mr. Narcisse. Be careful, man. So many out there out to get you, put you down. You're 19. Do something with your life. Don't become a statistic. Hang tight for me.
How you doing, Your Honor?
What's up, man?
I was just appointing Mr. Walker this morning. Judge, I just spoke with my client. It seems like,
He says he's not sure how long this grieving process is going to last. Losing someone is heartbreaking, and grief can weigh heavily on anyone. But at what point does it stop being an explanation and start sounding like an excuse? The judge is showing some patience and understanding, but with 4 kids depending on him, responsibility can't stay on pause forever. There comes a time to stop shifting blame and start stepping up. The real question is, how much sympathy is too much before accountability has to take over?
I was trying to figure out, so is the board asking him to come back in 2 weeks or?
Yeah.
Okay. In the
Come up,
reason-
Mr. Walker. Shh.
The reason why I'm asking, Judge, is because I spoke to my client. It seems like his younger brother was murdered 3 days ago. So his whole family is dealing with a lot of grief and funeral planning. He's trying to be there for his family emotionally. So I'm not sure how long this grieving process is going to last, but right
I
now.
don't know about any of this. I have a lot of people that tell me things.
So
All I know is that you've not been working. I don't want you using, and I just want you to be productive. That's all I want. I'm not asking you to split the atom, do anything crazy. Just be an upstanding person. That's all I'm asking. I get that you may be grieving, but the world your life doesn't go on hold forever. You need to continue and work and do life. Does anyone rely on you? Do you have kids?
My kids rely on me.
How many kids you got?
I got 4 kids.
4 kids? When's the last time you've had a job?
I was just working, but I got my license. My license got suspended. So I can't drive a box truck without my license, sir.
Those 4 kids don't stop eating because your license got suspended. They don't stop getting clothes on their back because you got your license suspended. Their lives go on. They continue to eat 3 times a day. They still need clothes. That's why.
Judge, maybe I was wondering if there's like an alternative solution we could do, like maybe if he could send me proof that maybe he's taken an effort to look for work, but
The
not.
other thing
not
is
coming to
this,
work.
is that I want to drug test you because
That's fine.
I'm ordering you and I don't want you to be using illegal drugs while you're on these. All I'm asking is that you be productive. That's all I want, especially if you have 4 little mouths that depend on you. It's not fair to them.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know what I mean? That's why.
But my little brother just got killed, so I'm grieving right now. I hear what I get what you're saying too. You
I
gotta
understand you're
understand
grieving,
where I'm coming from
but they
too.
still need to eat.
They taken care of though. I they they're taken care of. No, I don't know because
So it does seem like my client has some type of like custody rights. Maybe he has a right to visitation, but he doesn't provide for them. So it seems like they're being taken care of, Judge. I understand that my client wants to be productive.
You are man enough to have 4 children, then you are man enough to work and provide for those kids. No one else should have to take care of those kids.
yes, Your Honor.
And that's just the bottom line. So I'm bringing him back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get a job.
So what if my brother's funeral on that day? So you want me to come to
I will
court?
give you the day after. I'll give you a couple days after. It's not a big deal. I will let you pick the day, Mr. Walker.
Or could my client send me proof and I can show you, Judge, that he is applying to places or making an effort to get employment, so therefore he
I'm gonna
can
drug
stay
test.
with
I'm
Yes,
gonna
Judge.
drug test. So look, I'll give you 3 weeks. It's not a big deal, but I just want a real concerted effort. That's it. I'm not asking for much. Okay, thanks. 3 weeks. Come up, Miss Iwoma. She's skipping and she's testing positive. What are we supposed to do?
Judge, I don't know.
Jail. That's what we do.
She could maybe have an ankle monitor.
And what's that going to do? I mean, she's still consuming. You're charged with DWI second. I ordered it out to you, so you either don't care about bond conditions or you have a problem. I don't know what to do. But obviously, no means no. Not only are you testing positive, but you have 19 skipped tests. So I'm going to assume all those tests mean that you continue to consume.
I never.
I don't want you to, nothing is required for you to say. I'm just telling you that at this point in time, I have to revoke your bond. You're forcing me to. She goes with you.
Ron, do you consider setting a new bond?
Turn around for me.
Bond is set at 2,000 now. I'll set it at 5,001.
No.
Set it at 5,001 and then
Let
council.
me approach. I just couldn't hear.
I'm gonna set it at 5,001. I'll only go up, half. But, if and when she does bond out the next time, I'm gonna put an ankle monitor on her, so she's not
Yeah.
skipping. And then there's nothing to say really, just please admonish her that if it happens again, this time it's gonna be
Much more severe.
Right.
But the bond's gonna be set
a
at
5,001. You mind? Please? Yeah. Okay. So what'll happen now is at some point she's gonna bond out again. She'll get another 7-day setting. She'll have to come in immediately and then we're gonna order her now to have the scram device put on her ankle. Okay?
Okay, then that's just.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Morning, Mr. Coates.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Iffy.
You're here because we had to issue a warrant.
Yes, sir.
It's the only way we get to see you. We asked you to do things. You told us you were going to do things, promised us you were going to do things, yet
Half that reasoning is on my aunt because she is my ride to most of these things. And she couldn't help me out. I got into it with her, with my sister, over some money issues. Because remember when I was working at Dave's? So after that, she was like, you got to leave because she wasn't trying to hear nothing I was saying. And I wasn't being disrespectful or
I
nothing.
wouldn't want to either. But
But
it looks like you're already starting to blame everybody else.
I'm not like,
But you are.
Yes, sir.
You know, at the end of the day, it's all
On me.
on you. When you have the heart, when you have the will, you can do damn near anything. If you really wanted to, you could find a bus, could call a friend, you know, could take an Uber. You
It's
can,
hard when you're watching two kids, sir, and working. I was watching two kids, my baby brother and the kid that's mine but not mine. And I'm working. And also, we had a deal on me doing my GED. I was working on that. There is proof for that. Literally.
we don't have proof of anything.
The other lawyer, that other lady that was in here, I forgot her name, but she was seeing somebody else. That was my first court-appointed lawyer. She has that proof. She showed y'all that the first time.
That was before you got on probation, dude. You're supposed to continue with it.
Before I got on probation, I thought I was on deferred. This was while I was on deferred. The deferred deal was if I did that, I was getting off of that in 3 months. That's exactly what you told me, sir. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to bring nothing back. I'm not trying to argue. I understand where I'm wrong.
I get it. I get it.
You know what I
The
mean?
problem is, in this world, you're only as good as the proof that you have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. So you tell me this, you tell me that. I ask and I have staff that tells me, okay, this is what he's done. This is what he's not done. He hadn't even shown up once. You didn't even show up once. Did you get your offender identification card? That's the first thing that you got to do when you even get on a deferred. You literally done nothing. So what now? I truly, I don't know how to go forward. So what I would like to do is do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see where we go from here.
Wednesday.
I'm going to expedite it so you don't just sit there. We have the TRAS set for Wednesday. I'd like you to talk to them to see how we go forward, and they'll give us an analysis and they'll, talk to you, see where you are in life, what's gone on, and give us a better indication of how to go forward. But I just don't
I'm gonna
know.
lose my job. I just found a good job. I'm learning this, what's on your table, that marble, I'm learning how to cut that and polish that. Like, it's a good job. Like, I understand I was supposed to do these things. Like, I've missed these things, and it's no apology could fix that, of course. But again, there was a lot going on in life. It's no excuse. It's no excuse to what I was supposed to do, and I knew I was supposed to do it. But it was a lot going on in life. My auntie was half the reason of me being a ride. She was my ride, and I don't have that ride. So now everywhere I do go, I do need the metro now, which is not no deal, because now I'm doing this on my own. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to worry about kids. I ain't got to worry about no other jobs. I really wasn't though, sir. I really wasn't. I was having resources. I was having y'all help me out with this too. There's probably no proof there with that, but I was.
Be that as it may, I'm doing this TRAS. I'm going to try to get it done as quick as possible. I'm going to try to get the results as quick as possible to see how we go forward, because I just don't know.
Can I have a bond?
I did set you a bond. I always set you a bond. I don't hold people at no bond. Very, very few instances can I really legally hold someone at no bond. But it would be foolish for me to just think that let you out and hope that it happens again.
I
Because
really don't like coming in here. You ain't gonna see me no more. I know you can't just do it, because again, what I already did puts an image out on me that I'm not gonna do anything for it. Like,
not
I understand.
It's reality. Perception is reality.
Yes, sir.
So we'll set you for Wednesday. I'm not going to set you. You want to set it for Friday?
Yes.
We'll set it for Friday. Hopefully we'll have a good roadmap of how to go forward on that day. And in between, we have Sean here to help you out. You can always talk to Sean. He's great for whatever you may need. And then I'll see you back on Friday.
Judge Bond's set at what, 10,000 right now?
It's set at codes.
How long a time I'm looking at if none of this go through? The whole year. Great.
The reason I have it the amount that I do is because of his multiple non-appearances, multiple bond violations. I have at least probably 3 different times he failed to appear. As far as bond violations, I have,
2 of those.
yeah, 2 bond violations. So, and now a motion to adjudicate. So I really think that just bond is appropriate as how it's set now. See you Friday.
We're approaching on Mr. Jeremiah Cummings. That's the one about the deadly conduct.
I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, so you're gonna have to refresh my memory. What happened?
Yes, sir. I'll just read the summary. On April 11, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a family disturbance call and met with the complaining witness. The complaining witness said that an argument occurred between her and the defendant, and that the defendant grabbed his handgun and held it in his hand as his anger intensified. The complaining witness left the apartment due to fear, returned to the apartment and contacted the sheriff's office to report the incident. When the officer approached the defendant, he stated, "I'm not talking, I'll answer questions." Gather his things and grab a handgun and place it in his hand. The officer then drew a weapon and said, shoot me then. The deadly conduct, Your Honor, is alleged based on the fact that the defendant was holding the gun during the argument with the complaining witness.
Does that mean that if anyone ever gets into an argument and has a gun in their hand, that they're literally, I mean, theoretically guilty of a deadly conduct just by virtue of, and then what kind of argument can it be? What level of discourse must there be for someone to be, you know?
Right, and.
That can't be the law.
Talk about this one where it's not a terroristic threat or an hang assault, nothing was really said, it was like pointed at her. We have also spoken.
So, I mean, think about this. Like, let's say you and I are arguing, right? And I'm mad at you.
You tested positive for meth. I can't let you go. That's the moment everything shifts. This is a classic case of, what's your excuse now? A positive test result followed by blame placed on prescription medication. But the judge isn't buying it. At some point, explanations run out and accountability takes center stage. This could be a serious turning point in the case, and the consequences are about to get very real.
And I just, I get the gun just to put it somewhere else,
Right. I get it. And I mean, wasn't charged as an ag.
I get it, but
We have spoken to the complainant. I think I remember last time with this case, you wanted to hear from the complainant, just before you made a PC.
do you have anything else?
She's not, from what we can see, she's not, she wants to be around him. She said he had a gun,
Is he here?
No,
He's not
he
here.
waived his appearance.
Right. I remember. Yeah. All right. I'm going to find no problem.
All right. Did you want to also then speak to Mrs.
Come up, ma'am. You tested positive for meth. I can't let you go. That's just it's too much. I have to revoke your bond, ma'am.
I don't do nothing, I'm prescribed.
I just tested you. You tested positive for meth.
Yes, sir, but the medication that I'm taking, that's why I've been trying to get.
Adderall doesn't test positive for meth. Show me a study. Show me something that says Adderall tests positive for meth. But no, I don't believe that's a good. I mean, I'm in pre-trial. It's just. Have you heard of Adderall testing positive for meth?
I have not heard.
No. You're supposed to give, when you're being supervised by pretrial, you are supposed to give them any and all prescriptions that you're taking so that they can cross-reference any positives with any kind of drugs that you're taking. Adderall doesn't test positive for meth.
That's not the only thing that I'm taking, sir.
So when she was in court the first time, she really was in a blank state.
I get it.
mean,
I'm not talking.
and so at that time, when I asked about all the different prescriptions, she was very like scatterbrained. She was able to provide me with the prescriptions that they gave her when she went to the hospital for the assault.
So let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. I will give, you can give that to them so they can check it out to see if there's something that would possibly test positive for meth. But I just don't think there is. You're not, I've ordered you not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, you're not to use. There may be things that happen in our lives. You're supposed to find a good way to be able to deal with, PTSD. We all have it. We all do. But you have to find a positive way to deal with things. And illegal drugs is not it, especially when you're on bond for a very serious crime. So take a seat from the jury box. I will have them check it out to see what, if anything would, but
Just for clarity for the court, she's already provided prescriptions that she has when she went to test.
I don't know, maybe she has something different. And have you looked at all those prescriptions?
I mean, all that's been disclosed is two of the
Okay,
prescriptions.
ma'am, take a seat for me in the jury box. I know that the only reason you're doing this is to avoid jail. You can run, but you can't run forever. At some point, if you continue the way you are, you're really going to do some damage. Hopefully, not something that you kill someone because, now you've dug yourself a little hole, but it's not so deep that you can't get out of. There are programs here where if you successfully complete this, if you apply, they grant you entry and you complete, this gets dismissed. What you're doing now is you're just pleading guilty to be done with this. I'm sure that there's no evidence that's even in. You may be found not guilty, but the evidence is not in. So you can't, this isn't Target where if you don't like it, you can just, oh, you know what, I want to change my mind. I now want to fight the case. Once you plead guilty, this goes on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. You can never undo this plea after today. Do you understand this?
I have a question about that. For the no con.
No
It's
contest.
I'm still going to find you guilty. It's still going to reflect as a conviction on your record. You saying no contention? Most people would do that so they don't get sued in a civil court for civil matter, right? It has nothing to do with this. It's still a conviction on your record.
And we discussed that, we discussed that. And there is discovery and we're just missing a little, the station video, Your Honor.
Once you plead, there's no turning around. Are you sure you want to do this?
And I went over it extensively with her as well, Your Honor,
trust
because
you.
I had
I know.
some questions, but
When you take a half-ass approach to things in life, you get a half-ass result. This will trail you for the rest of your life. Whenever you want to apply for government loans, when you want to apply for a new house, a car, when you want to get car insurance, what do you think a DWI is going to do? You have worked out an agreement that they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. That's what I was saying. Once you plead guilty, this goes on your record and it'll be there forever. Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above, ma'am? Someone to find that that's true? There is a $6,000 surcharge that tacks onto you when you plead guilty to a DWI. I told you there are consequences. $6,000. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail.
would you waive that fee, Your Honor, based on her indigency?
Why? Why would we give her yet another reward?
Because she has the issue, I think a lot of
I get
us.
it. But she's testing positive for dope that she shouldn't be. She's pleading guilty now to avoid skirt jail time. Why would it, another reward?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Not mine. I have 2 children and I take care of them. I left the shelter in Beaumont to come back to Houston so I can help my mother take care of my children. She can't do it by herself.
How on earth are you going to be taking care of children when you have this and you're testing positive for that? Why do you even have custody of kids? Don't. You need to understand that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In every single case that we see here with people with the issue, the apple doesn't fall far. Kids are just like their parents. They will emulate you in every single way. If you're nice, if you're smart, if you're easygoing, if you're patient, it all stems from, imagine you are the stalk of a tree, right? Your kids are the limbs. They grow straight, they grow beautiful into just grateful looking flowers, or they can be, you know, and this is my concern. You're testing positive for these types of things. You're taking the easy way out instead of addressing the issue head just up front. I'm telling you, if you don't, something catastrophic is going to happen. And God forbid, kids in you with your car, you know? If you ever get pulled over in the future, the officers, the first thing they do is they look at your record. If they see that you have this DWI and you have anything remotely funky on your breath, you're acting in an abnormal state, even the faintest smell of alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand? So even if you've had a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car because you're begging for trouble. Do you understand? I'm going to waive the fee for you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't want more time?
I think that the situation boils down.
I won't put her into custody, but I'll expect you to do like AAs every day. If you want
Did you want to do that?
to do this, I can give you time. But I'm telling you, I'm going to test you twice a week, so I know you're not using, and I want you to do NA every single day.
Can I talk to her, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm going to tell her I'm home.
I don't want you to rush in and make a lifetime mistake, because that's what you could be doing right now.
She would still like to go forward with her plea.
Fine. Far be it from me.
But she would like to acknowledge, though, that she did, take a deep dive into the offer, and she, appreciates that you're concerned.
Far be it from me to stop you. If that's what you want to do, then more power to you. Just understand you can only run for so long, and just don't leave a wake of destruction, because I'm going to waive it for you now. But if you pick up another DWI, it's another $6,000 fee. And from now on, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand? And it's in the entire state of Texas, don't matter where you go. You understand? This will trail you for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Do you understand? All right, you're giving up the right to a trial, the right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, credit for 2. I'm going to find the enhancement that it's a 15 or above true. I'm going to kill your car costs so you won't own anything. I'm going to kill the supervisory fee, but you come back, get ready. I am suspending your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Address bond.
Say it again.
I said I want to have an outside address on bond.
Okay.
Tyree Lucas.
Know if he's going to post bond?
I think so. He's probably gonna ask for it to be reinstated. His issue was he lost his paper with date on it, and then he went on the clerk's website
which was good. But he typed in first name, last name, comma, first name. That he called the courthouse, got transferred, but never got an answer. And probably should have done a little bit more than that, but that is what he did. He has a mental health concern, but he is back on bail. He was taken up this day. But his mom is super involved.
That's was my only other concern. It's like,
She's out of state, but she's very involved.
how's jail?
I have no speak for that one. It's a learning experience.
We have them for a reason. You know, we don't ask much from you. You know, the only two things we ask, we want our streets to be safe. And if you pick up a case, you got to show up to court. And when you do, good things happen. When you don't, this is what happens. Your lawyer's asking for me to reinstate your bond, and you've missed court once, which is not the end of the world. But my only other issue is I don't want to give you a bond and you go to the street. Because if you're going to the street, nothing good happens on the streets. So tell me about home. Where's he going to go? What's he going to do? I'm not letting him out to the street. I'm going to tell you that now.
He has two places he can go. He stays with his girlfriend off Broadway Street, or he can go to his grandmother who also lives in town. He was staying with his girlfriend prior to this, and
I like grandma better.
Yeah, grandma's certainly
I was
better.
staying at both. For school and work, I was staying at both.
Yep, so he was staying at both, a little bit back and forth. He does staffing work, so while it's not a full-time employment, he does have jobs, but they are kind of come and go depending on the company's availability.
The terroristic threat is who? Who's the complainant?
Grocery store.
So it's not
No,
girlfriend.
no family members, stuff.
That's right, Judge. It's at a school.
A convenience store or
Yes.
anything? Okay, so do me a favor, please. Will you, if you don't be so kind as to reach out to grandma. If she says that he can stay there, then I will reinstate his bond. And then, but I'm gonna order him to stay there. I don't want you going anywhere else, and I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and you're not to go to the store, and I don't want you to be in possession of weapons. No alcohol, no dope. Do you understand? I'm gonna test you like crazy. If I reinstate your bond, it will not happen again. You get one get out of jail free card, no more. Do you understand?
I understand that.
Okay. Just go, guys, go.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.